Hi, I'm Dr. Adam Fraser and I'm going to tell you about my latest keynote, The Third Space. Now, for the last 12 years I've been going into organisations, about 100 a year, talking to the senior business people about what are their challenges, what's their strategy, what's happening in their industry. So I've got a really good research base about how business has shifted over the last 12 years. And the narrative has changed in business, and it's changed away from how do we keep doing the same stuff but to more people, which is scale, to then after the GFC it's about, well, how do we lean up our organisation to cut the fat out of it and have a tighter operation, to then people start to talk about, well, how do we innovate, how do we stand out, how do we offer something different. But if you look at the cutting edge research around business at the moment, it's talking about agility. What it's saying is that the best organisations have agile workers that effectively transition between the different parts of their day. Because if you look at our day, we simply move between spaces. So the first space is the role or the environment we're in right now. The second space is the role or the environment we're about to transition into. So you may go from doing admin at your desk to all of a sudden you've got to solve conflict between two people. You may go from catching an internal meeting where it's about the strategy of your organisation to an external meeting where it's about the stakeholders or what's going on for them. Or you may simply be catching up on regulation changes to all of a sudden you've got to go into a creative mindset where you've got to solve a problem. We move between different spaces. And what we've been looking at in our research is, does this third space, this transitional gap, matter? And what we've found is that it's critical, because the thoughts we think, the emotions we feel and the behaviour we exhibit in this transitional gap determine whether we're resilient and get over what we've just been through, and do we reorientate mindset to suit what's coming next to extract maximum value from it. This is agility. Agility is the ability to get over what we've been through and move into the next thing to perform at our best. Our job as a manager, our job as a leader, our job as a salesperson is to shift behaviour to suit what's coming at us next. And that occurs in this transitional gap. But when we've done the research, what we found is where we run into trouble is people bring the mood or the mindset from the previous space into the second. Have you ever had a bad day and you take it home with you? Have you ever had a frustrating meeting and you take that into the next meeting? Or as a salesperson, have you ever been rejected and you carry that mood and heaviness into the next appointment? What we do in this transitional space is critical. And the fallout of not transitioning right, not getting this third space right, is that we bring poor behaviour to the next space. We bring an unfocused mind, or we bring, we're not aligned to strategy. We're not trying to extract value. And, in our research, we've been studying surgeons, palliative care workers, leaders, salespeople, call centre workers. We've found the best salespeople can get rejected, get over it real fast, not carry that into the next thing, compose themselves, and then realign mindset to what's coming next. We found the best call center people could get abused on a call, get over that abuse, compose themselves, and then focus on the next person and think, this person had nothing to do with that bad interaction I just had, and they deserve good service. Now, in our research over the last 6 years with Deakin University, we've boiled it down to the key components to a transition, and they are reflect, rest, reset. And we even use this in the context of work-life balance. We asked a group of people to practice these 3 steps between work and home. We asked them to, on the way home, reflect, rest, reset. Reflect on the day in a healthy way, pause and do something that just relax them, that calm them, and then reset their mindset to think about, when I go into that home environment, what do I want to get out of it? How do I want to behave? What's my intention? And after practicing this for a month, we saw a 41% improvement in behaviour in the home, which is an astronomical finding. So this technique really works. And in the workplace, when we get people to practice at moving from one meeting to another or one interaction to another, what we're seeing is people are more resilient. They're more resilient to what they've just been through. They're not carrying the baggage from one interaction into the next. What we're finding is that they're calmer and have more positive emotion. Because as they move from one thing to another, where they're relaxing and pausing, their emotions are calmer. And as we know, emotion drives behaviour. They're more self-aware. When they consciously transition, their behaviour is more they're more aware of their behaviour and they have more regulation over it. And also what we're finding is people, as they move into each space, have greater clarity about what they're trying to achieve. They're focusing on strategy more. We're seeing huge benefits of people using this technique within the workplace. Look, it's a great presentation. It's a fascinating concept and it's a really fun and interactive presentation. So hopefully I get to present the third space to you.